It's been a bit longer than normal for this video, but as 5 of you asked, today I have a Galaxy S20 Ultra that appears to have been crushed by a very large rock. Funny enough, the customer stated that the phone fell on a rock, while my instincts seemed to think that it was the other way around, given that there is an actual crater here in the display. Impressive. The factory screen protector has done a fantastic job of keeping the glass from exploding outward. It just didn't help much with actual protection. Let's get this opened up and see how the inside held up. The wireless charging shield has 5 Phillips screws holding it in place. One of them is hidden under the sticker itself. Time for the important part. This one is designed in quite a silly way, and I'm grabbing a spudger to safely disconnect things. As you've heard me say a few times, disconnecting the battery is pretty important. I say it's a bit silly because of how this 5G ribbon runs over the top of the battery connector. The battery ribbon itself is long enough and folded in such a way that the 5G antenna could have been run below the battery, but I suppose Samsung engineers have their reasons. Somehow it still makes more sense than not being able to replace Touch ID on an iPhone. Next up, we have the small plastic mid-frame with 5 more Phillips screws, along with 2 more that hold in the camera assembly. All the screws in this phone are the same size and length. The speaker and bottom mid-frame have, you guessed it, 5 Phillips screws holding it to the frame. Before getting too far ahead of myself, as I usually do, now would probably be as good a time as any to remove that SIM tray. Disconnecting everything from the board, ending with the selfie camera, will allow the huge stacked logic board to come out. That sure is a nice copper vapor chamber. At the bottom, the charging daughter board has 3 more screws holding it firmly to the frame. Over to the side, we have a 5G antenna in its special little trench. Samsung has pry points for every component in here. It's almost like they care about repairability or something. Over to the top side, one final 5G antenna needs to be pulled out. The cube-style vibration motor has 2 gold contacts to vibe with the daughter board. That sounds kind of strange when you read it out loud. But hey, it too has a pry point for easy removal. The selfie camera in this replacement frame is an international variant. It won't work on the US parts we're about to install, so I need to carefully pry the hot glue out from around it in order to remove it in one piece. This international selfie camera will make a fine addition to my collection of unusable international selfie cameras. Maybe if I go overseas one day, I can set lots of Samsung owners up with new selfie cameras. Over to the hot mat, I'll use alcohol to soften the adhesive and get this battery out unbent. Let's take a closer look at how hard this rock hit the phone. It was able to punch through a plastic shield, a Gorilla Glass 6 screen, a digitizer and OLED panel, solid aluminum framing, and dented the battery. I'm going to replace the battery with an undented one. Back to reassembly, it's time to get everything moved over to the new frame and reconnected accordingly. Overall, this phone is in pretty great condition given what it's been through. It's also a testament to how safe Samsung batteries have gotten since the Note 7. I still have an original Galaxy Note 7 if anybody would be interested in seeing a teardown of what many people believe is an IED waiting to go off. Looks like this Galaxy S20 Ultra is back in business. Hopefully it won't encounter any more rocks. Thanks a ton for joining me. Be sure to subscribe if you want to see more and keep an eye on my community tab to vote for new videos. See you next time.